If the guardians of justice are using lies to maintain order, what is actually left of justice? Star's fierce confrontation finally exposes the deep-seated hypocrisy of the Magic High Commission. For generations, the Commission has enforced the laws of magic on everyone else while choosing to lie whenever it suited their agenda. They painted Eclipser as the ultimate villain, yet their own actions were far more corrosive to the realm. Star points out the brutal truth. If you operate above the law, how are you any different from the monsters you condemn? The revelation that they got rid of a child just to maintain an image is a chilling testament to their corruption. This scene teaches us that true evil isn't just a forbidden spell. It's a system of power that believes it is beyond accountability. Star isn't just lashing out. She is dismantling a centuries-old lie. When the laws of the world are built on a foundation of deception, the only way to find the truth is to tear the whole system down. A so-called great victory might just be a well-armed massacre. In this pivotal moment from episode 11, Star is excitedly reenacting Mewnipendance Day. To her, it's a glorious celebration of her ancestors. But to Marco, looking through her history book, something feels deeply off. Star's instructions say it all. Humans need sharper, stabby hers and powerful warnicorns. And the monsters, they are told to just use their claws. It's not a fair fight. It's a slaughter romanticized as heritage. Marco's hesitation isn't just about a game, it's the first time the show's moral compass starts to spin. When Marco points out how unfair this seems, Star's bewildered unfair is heartbreakingly revealing. It shows a girl who has been so deeply brainwashed by royal propaganda that she can't even perceive the cruelty of her own people's history. This conversation is the seed for the rest of the series. It challenges the idea that good and evil are defined by the winners of war. It teaches us that true monsters aren't the ones with claws, but the ones who believe their privilege makes oppression fair. What if you fought with everything you had to save someone's dream, only for them to walk away from it? In this heartbreaking moment from Season 2, Star Butterfly learns the most painful lesson of her teenage years. You cannot save someone from their own need to move on. Star and Marco spent the whole night raising money to save the Bounce Lounge. They won the battle, but they lost the war. Why? Because the owner, who had been partying for over 5,000 years, was simply exhausted. It wasn't about the mortgage or the money, it was about the crushing weight of a party that never ends. When she tells Star, "Nothing lasts forever, princess," it shatters the fairy tale illusion. We often think that success means keeping things the same forever. But this episode dares to tell us the truth. Letting go is not the same as failing. Sometimes, the most heroic thing you can do is acknowledge that the party is over. This conversation is a masterclass in emotional maturity. It teaches us that true power isn't in holding on, it's in having the grace to say goodbye when the time is right. Because in reality, every door that closes is just room for a new world to begin. Imagine being treated like a virus just because you spoke to a forbidden stranger. In this pivotal moment, Star is subjected to a series of humiliating, evil checks by her own mother and the High Commission. It's not a medical exam, it's a loyalty test. The scene is brilliantly absurd. They check for evil fleas and use a rigged eye chart that forces Star to read the words, "I am evil." It's a classic marketing-style takedown of power. When the system can't control your thoughts, they try to pathologize your actions. The deep irony is exposed when the Commission admits they've never even read Eclipse's spells. They've based an entire history of hatred on rumors and fear. When Star asks, "Are you going to crystallize me next?" she exposes the brutal reality. Under this regime, individuality is a crime, and blind obedience is the only safety. This conversation teaches us that the scariest dark magic isn't a spell in a book, but the refusal of those in power to see the human being behind the label. In Muni, as in life, the most dangerous thing you can do is think for yourself.